Today's exercise, we're going to learn styles. We're going to learn how to apply a predefined style to our model. We're also going to learn how to edit and create your own style. Finally, we'll use the Style Control panel to import a background image as a watermark. First, let's open the model we created during the last couple of weeks, the gazebo in the park. The first and the easiest way to access to style is click on View and the toolbars. Scroll down, there is a Styles toolbar. Close this one. So you see, these are some very basic styles. Now is the active one is shaded with texture. For faster modeling, I can change it to shaded only, which means you see the texture, all the pavers and the roof tiles will be not shown in the shaded only. And also like a black and white style, all totally without surface, is only wireframe. So, and the last one is monochrome, is showing only the back and front faces in your model. So these basic styles mainly for use during your working progress. So you are using them like, for example, I want to find the back, draw a line from the back of the gazebo. I can turn on the X-ray mode. So if I use the line tool, I can easily find the midpoint from the back. So this is like a convenient way to access some very basic styles. But for more presentable and nicer looking styles, you need to click on the window default tray and styles. Make sure the check mark is shown. So for Mac user, just style panel under the window directly. Go to the default tray, click on the arrow to expand the styles panel. You will see the current active style is simple style. Remember when we first create our model, we're using this simple templates. So that's why this simple style is the first one, is the active one. Now in the default styles, you can change it to other styles if you like 3D printing one, landscape architecture one. Not many changes. It's only the ground and the sky color change. But notice some of the styles have a little clock icon at the corner. This is a fast modeling style. So which means if I'm still working on my model, I won't need a fast modeling. So when I orbit, it will be refreshed presentation faster. So I'm going to choose one of these faster modeling styles. But for now, I'm keeping the landscape architecture style. So if you click on this drop-down list, you can see there are other style collections. For example, you can use some of the sketchy line edges styles, which means when you present to your clients not want to show the materials and details, you can easily switch to this more like a hand drawing style. Or you can pick one of the competition winner style, is more artistic looking, or some assorted styles like a watercolor paper with pencil and a blueprint, something like that. You can just explore all these collections, predefined ones, to find the one you like the best. So for now, because I'm going to show the more realistic one, so I'm choosing this landscape architecture style. Next, let's go ahead to edit and create our own style. Click on the little house, which is in model styles. You see all the styles I just clicked like 1 minute ago showing here. You go click on this detail button right here and then purge unused ones. So which leaving me only the active one. So using this one as a base, I'm going to click on the create new style right here with a plus sign. Immediately, SketchUp create a duplicated style, the landscape architecture style 1. I'm going to rename it LZ Park. So click on enter. You see immediately there's 2 arrows showing in the thumbnail image, which means it needs to be updated. So if I click update, you see this LZ Park is updated with the new name. So now I can purge the unused one and leaving only this LZ Park. Only now you can go ahead to make some editing to the style. You don't want to change the original default styles by making all the changes in the original landscape architecture style. So now you can click on the edit, click on the first icon right here, edge settings. So I'm going to uncheck the profile. So this will speed up the modeling. And also, I'm not sure. Okay, see those guys? I'm going to click on the view and uncheck the guys. I'm also uncheck the axis. So now if I update, yeah, you just orbit a little bit, so it's updated. This color of the edges are all the same with black color. You can change them to be by material. In real world, they should be like that, but see those trees looks weird, so I'm going to keep it all the same. So you can also click on the face settings, the second icon right here, and changing it as we just described, the same thing right here. You can change it to black and white one, or only the colors of material, not the texture. But for now, I'm going to keep it, the textured material. Okay, so now, for example, I'm satisfied what we get here. Go ahead to click on the select button and right click. So you see, make sure everything is updated, and then right click on this LZ Park style and save as. So you see this pop-up window go directly to the SketchUp 2020 style SketchUp and the styles folder. So usually if you haven't saved anything here, it's go to this styles directly. So I already have a personal style folder called LZ. So I double click. It's highly recommended you create your own folder, like with your initial or any like a park style something folder. You can find it. You know where it is. So later you can easily find it and copy it out to share with other people or share with other models. So I'm creating an LZ right here. So I'm going to name file name LZ Park and then click on save. So later, if I have another model, for example, the shed model, you see it's a simple style as well. You can just go ahead to click on this one, the details button, and then open or create a collection, and then select this LZ folder, select folder. Now you see all these styles I saved in my personal folder showing here. The LZ Park is a fast modeling style we just created. It's right here. So if I click on it, it will apply the new style to this one. This LZ style is also shown in the drop-down list right here. So that's how you create your own style and share with other models. Let's jump back to our park. So now, finally, I'm going to show you how to import a background image using the styles. Let's create another style. So I'm going to call it LZ Park background. Update. So now, click on the edit. Click on the fourth one, watermark settings. Make sure the display watermarks showing right here, checked right here, and click on the plus sign. Find the image, background image is a JPEG image, and open it. So I'll give it a name. I'm going to call it park background, and check the background rather than overlay. So background. Click on next. So use this blend to scale this one a little bit like a transparent, and then click on next. I'm going to keep the image stretched to fit the whole screen and click on finish. So now you see I have a background, like this is my model. This is my model. And then in the background, rather than the ground color and the sky, like the sky and the ground, I have an image posted as a background. So now I just go ahead to use the orbit and the pen to align my model, try to align my model with the image. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to align this edge to the path right here. So I'm going to use the tag to close all the plants so I can see the background, more of the background. I try to align my model with this path right here, and then use zoom, should be bigger. You see, this is the horizon. Like if I uncheck this one, this is the horizon, and then it's approximately aligned with the horizon line of the background image. So, okay, so for example, I'm satisfied with this view. Now, you don't forget to update your style with the image. So only now, yeah, I'm just trying to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, just keep checking if the perspective view looks right. And now you can click on the view and the animation to add a scene. This scene topic we're going to learn in a couple of weeks. But for today, because I want to save the location and the orientation of my model, so I'm just click quickly to create a scene right here. So later, if I uncheck this one and go ahead to make any changes, working on Windows, everything, and then I still want to go back to the presentation view, I just click on this scene. So it will automatically showing the background image as well as rotate your model back to the correct location. Okay, so that's all for today. And also this background image is optional for assignment 2. You can just leave the original style and pick one you like from the predefined list. That works. Okay, don't forget to save your model. To make the model more realistic, let's add some shadows to the model. You can go to View, click on the toolbars, and turn on the Shadows toolbar. So in this toolbar, there are three things. The first one is Show Hide Shadow button. If you click it on, it will immediately show some shadow in your model. So this is a date slider, meaning it's like from July to October to December, around the year. And these of the time slider, you can adjust from morning to afternoon. So this already works pretty well for simply just adding basic shadows. You can also click to expand the shadows control panel in the default tree. For Mac user, you just click on Window and find the shadows panel. So now we see similarly, we have a show hide shadow button right here. And here you can control the time zone. If you have a geolocation, like a geographic data associated with your model, this will be set automatically. And also the same thing with the time and the date slider. You can also input an exact date or exact time into this box. The light slider is controlling how the light intensity in your model. You see look at the ground, it's getting darker and lighter. And the dark slider is controlling how the shadow looks, how dark the shadow looks like. So it's getting really black. See the shadow right here? Really black shadows, or almost transparent. Not transparent, but lighter color. So this use sun for shading. If you click on it, nothing happens, right? This one is only useful when you turn off the shadow. So you see, if I uncheck this one, the model looks dark without any lighting sources. But if I use sun for shading, it's showing some like a darker or lighter color, the shadings. So this is good for when you're making some models, but don't want to turn on the want to look good, but not turning on the shadow. So let's go back to turn on the shadow and check this one. So here are some options to control the display features for shadow. The on faces one is if I uncheck it, see, because my ground is a surface, all the light, the shadow disappear. But this fence is posting some shadow on the ground. If I uncheck that one, so that's the ground shadow. So by default, these two are checked. The last one is from edges. I don't, yeah, we do have. If you can see, let me turn off the background. There is a line of the street light. There's a single edge, not connected with any face, and in the shadow is not showing at all. So if you click on from edges, if you can see a little bit, so this is adding some shadow from this line. So I believe there are some changes too. But usually because it's so detailed, we're not turning it on by default. So okay, that's some basic introduction for shadows. So just for our second assignment, just pick any styles you like. Optional, you can add a background image. And finally, when you are ready, turn on the shadow. Keep in mind, the shadow will slow down your computer, so only turn it on for final presentation or submitting. That's it. Don't forget to save your files.